In this video, we're going to be finding out about two more exciting projects that are part of the secret ecosystem.
Meet NordPass. It creates strong passwords for you, keeps them safely locked in a single place, and automatically logs you into all of your favorite online accounts. And you can access it all on all of your devices, even when you're offline. That's NordPass.
Tokenmetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I am joined by Leon. Leon is the co-founder or the founder or the CEO or something about two projects, Onenet and Bushi, and they're both part of the secret ecosystem. Now, before I introduce him and we get into it, please subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, come to bit.ly Crypto Rich Odyssey because I post more stuff there, and this is because of YouTube's censorship and shadow banning. You can also find me on 3Speak, and I'm also on Rumble, but most of my material is on Odyssey and will be coming on to 3Speak as well. All the links in the description below, and also follow me on Twitter and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Okay, Leon, thank you so much for making yourself available. You are the something of Bushi and Onenet.
Yeah. So I am a co-founder and current CEO of Onenet, which is building Bushi right now. Yeah.
Okay, so Onenet is building Bushi.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to start by saying what is Onenet?
Yeah. So so the two projects, Onenet and Bushi, are very closely related to each other.
Mhm.
So Onenet by itself is a decentralized Steam. You can kind of think about it. So Web3 video games, and it's a video game distribution platform. Very friendly with both Web 2 video games and Web 3 video games. So a game distribution platform is pretty much just a platform, like a one-stop shop where you can manage all your video games, and kind of like launch it, host it there, update it, and also at the same time it kind of acts like a marketplace to distribute video games, digital copies of video games, you could kind of think about it, to the masses or to the users that are using it.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Is Onenet for developers or anybody?
So it's both for users and developers. Right now, what we have is that, in a sense, it's made for users to be able to just find video games that are hosted on the platform itself. It's a desktop application. So you download Onenet, and from there, you kind of just pick a video game that you like, you download it onto your computer, and then you launch it utilizing the platform. But at the same time, it kind of acts as a dual feature where it is very, very friendly for developers to specifically just launch their video games on the platform so that it can be accessible to users, gamers, players, or whoever is really using the platform.
Okay, and what's the website for Onenet?
So the website for Onenet is www.launchonenet.com.
Launchonenet.com, and I'll have the links in the description below. Okay, now
Yeah.
you said Web 2.0 and Web 3.0.
Yep.
Right? Now, I'm not a gamer. You can see my silver here, right? Right? What is the... Now, here's what I think Web 3.0 is, right? It's somehow where I'm interacting with the game and the game's interacting with me in some way or whatever, like I'm immersed in it. Is that right?
Not necessarily, no. Not necessarily, no. So kind of like you can think about Web 2.0 as like, in the gaming sense, the traditional market, where it's not very integrated with blockchain technology. There's not like crypto assets. There's very centralized servers or centralized, I guess, controllers, you can kind of say, of the platform or of the desktop application. So for example, like a company called Epic, they have a platform that is very similar to ours. Well, let's not use Epic, actually. Steam. Steam is a better example. So Steam is a platform that offers the same thing that we do, which is game distribution. But they actually don't have any at all Web3 video games that include crypto assets, NFTs, and it's very, very centralized in the way that it is really just controlled by one entity, right? Whereas Web3, yeah, so Web3 as of right now, of course, Web3 is kind of like still being kind of defined as it's going, but you can kind of think about Web3 gaming as a very decentralized experience that involve crypto assets, true ownership, which involve the crypto assets that they have, NFTs. I'm not sure if I said decentralized, but very decentralized in the sense that the people who own the token or own the NFT have say in how the platform kind of goes.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, now people can go to launchonenet.com, download the desktop application, and then they can choose games they want to play. Do they got to pay?
So right, it depends. So there are multiple video games that can be hosted on OneNet platform. And all of these video games have their own intricacies to it, right? So some are pay to play, or you have to buy a digital copy or mint an NFT to get access to it. And some, which right now, since we're just launching one video game as of right now, is a free to play video game. But within the alpha version, it is you must own an NFT to access the alpha version of it until it goes free to play sometime in Q2 of next year.
Right. Okay. And where would people get the NFTs from?
From the NFTs, they can mint it right now on Secret. So our Genesis collection is on Secret Network, and it'll be on our website. And they can mint it for 125 secret right now, and it's packed with a lot of utility. So they get access to the video game, they get access to the platform, they get access to the DAO. It's stakeable. They get access to redeemable NFTs, in-game skins, and in-game characters. So that's generally what it's packed with, but they can find it on launchonenet.com.
Right. Okay. Now I know Secret, SCRT. That's Cosmos asset. I have some in my Kepler. I'm staking it, and Secret runs on the Secret blockchain, and is private and secure.
Yeah. So it's So the main thing about Secret Network is it says it in the name. A lot of everything that you do is very secret in the form that you have privacy as a default in the smart contracts that you utilize. So not a lot of people can have access to exactly what it is that you're doing when you're utilizing the secret smart contracts or secret contracts.
Why build a gaming platform that has secret features to it?
Yeah, I get that question a lot actually, but there are a couple of reasons why we decided to do Secret Network, right? So for one, I am a big privacy guy, right? I think, without going on for too long, I absolutely believe that privacy for the future is going to be a necessity, or should be a necessity, whether people like it or not, right? So a lot of these very intrusive like applications, or I don't want to say other networks, but pretty much.
Yeah, what we're talking about. I cover privacy quite a bit. I told you I'm in the Pirate Chain crew.
The
BPSAA, which is all about privacy.
Yeah. Okay. So I can talk a little bit freely then. So I absolutely believe that privacy is just a fundamental thing that should be always a standard, or at least an option. A lot of these chains right now, and a lot of video games in general, both in the Web 2 space and the Web 3 space, they have access to a lot of private, sensitive information that most of the time is very, very connected with a younger generation of people. Video gamers in general are in a younger demographic, right? So most of the time when you see these like 14, 15, even 13, 12, and 11, and the list goes on and on for how young these gamers are. For the super young kids, most of the time that they have an email or a password is actually their parents' password, right?
Mhm.
Or their brothers or sisters' password. That's not really theirs yet until they actually create like an email someday. But with that, a lot of the times it's like connected with their parents' like bank passwords or bank whatever it is, right? So a lot of the times, there could be bad actors within these multiplayer video games, that you're playing over the internet with someone that could be a bad actor and find a way to kind of, you know, gather some of that information. Not only that, but even within, let's say, utilizing any type of coin, someone can, backtrack it to whoever it
Yeah.
is that is actually using it, or whatever they're using it for. They understand the action that's being taken. With Secret Network, that kind of is an option for you to not have that happen. So a lot of these attacks, a lot of these sensitive information breaches or leaks, they kind of just stop at the source, you could kind of say. If it's not an option for them to have that information, then it doesn't become a problem.
Right.
So a portion of that, so that's one of the main reasons why we like to be on Secret Network, is because we love privacy.
Here's what I hear. Like privacy as just being normal, the standard, just the way to do things. Just like
Yes.
with our bank account or whatever, because I don't have that available for all to see.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it.
Exactly. Like a lot of the times, I mean, just the other day, people can reroute your wallet address to exactly your, I guess, your holdings or how much you actually have in the wallet. So even with that, you can get targeted via other mediums, and somehow you never know what happens. So
Sure.
somehow get compromised in some portion of your life. And so if you just nip that at the bud and just don't have that as an option, then you kind of protect them whether they know it or not. Protect the user whether they know it or not. And for me, I think that most of the time people should be protected at the start and then have an option to not have privacy if you really want to.
Right. Got it. Okay, very good. That makes sense. Now, one of the things about Secret is that of all the Cosmos chains, it's not the fastest. So
Definitely not.
are there any issues of lag with playing the game, or is it because it's on a desktop app, it's not an issue?
So the video games that are currently out right now, just in the current state of the industry, there's not really a chain that can handle a fully built video game like Bushi, for example, which is one of the largest video games coming to the Cosmos, built in Unreal Engine 5. Not every action can be on the blockchain itself, right? So we do have a central server. There's a central server that most of the actions are actually computed on. However, all of the sensitive information, like account creations, any liquid assets like tokens or NFTs, all live within the chain, and you have ownership of it. Anything within the video game, like damage numbers or movement steps, kills and death ratios, or something like that, those are on central servers because they're not super sensitive, right? But the private or the super sensitive information that we believe is sensitive is on the chain, and no one has access to that. Only you, thanks to the utilization of secret contracts and the secret network technology.
Right. Okay. So it's kind of like it's a hybrid setup,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense because of the speeds that's required with gaming. Now, why would anybody want to? And I'm sticking with Onenet, by the way, right? Why would anybody come to use? Why would they want to use Onenet? Okay, I get the privacy, but what else is special about it?
Yeah, so it's very, very friendly to developers. Well, we like to make a very friendly environment for developers, right? So right now, with a lot of the platforms out there, the ease of launching your game on any Web2 platform right now is what attracts a lot of these game developers, right? A lot of people, especially these indie game developers, they don't want to think about marketing. They don't want to think about distribution. They don't want to think about publishing. Most of the game developers that at least I have interacted with really only care about developing and having it playable to users, right? So at Onenet or on the platform itself, it kind of has a one-stop shop for the Cosmos at the very least right now, where developers can just take their game that they've built, host it on the platform, and have it accessible to pretty much everyone that they want to, utilizing the native token that we have, which is Onenet. And with that, Onenet also offers grants, mentoring, guidance from very experienced game developers from the Web2 industry. So my team is very, very experienced in the, like, I guess you could kind of call it a AAA industry. And for anyone who doesn't know what a AAA studio is, it's kind of very coveted title for a good game development studio. So we've worked at companies like Blizzard Entertainment, which made World of Warcraft, the Coalition, which makes the Gears saga or series, not really sure what to call it, and then EA, which does a bunch of other video games relating to sports and different video games. So we're very, very experienced, to say the least, and can offer that guidance to both the Web2 industry and the Web3 industry to kind of create, design their video games and help them launch it and publish it to the masses.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Onenet token is available now on Secret?
It is not. No, we will be launching the platform itself in December, and we will be launching the video game itself in December as well. And fun note is that we'll be the very first Unreal Engine 5 video game to be launched in the Cosmos. And what that really means is that Unreal Engine 5 is just kind of like a platform for developing video games, and it's a very, very robust software. Most of the top tier video game development studios utilize Unreal Engine to make some of the largest video games out there right now.
Okay. Now you're launching. Are you doing a private sale or airdrop or a bit of both?
Yeah, so we're doing a bit of both, yes. So in our roadmap right now, we're actually in a pre-seed sale that's capped at a certain mark. And with that, after that, we will be doing a seed round closer to after the product has actually launched already and people got to get their hands on the video game and on the platform itself. And then from then on, we have our first ICO, which should be, I don't want to pinpoint a timeline just yet for an ICO, but our ICO is planned, and we will also be doing an airdrop to a couple of different networks, one being not for sure yet, but almost for sure, Cosmos, the Cosmos. So
okay. I'm assuming, I'm just guessing here because you've not told me.
Yeah,
Secret would be one of them, given that you're in the Secret.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely can't forget Secret. Secret has been an insane amount of help, and they've been super supportive of our project. We actually got the start of us going public was actually through the help of Secret Labs.
Right.
So we've been building the game itself for 2 years already now. And again, like, it takes a long time and a lot of money to create large video games like Bushi. And with their help, we received a grant from them, and they kind of just have taken us to the finish line. And now we're doing an additional fundraising round to kind of accelerate the development and also up the floor of the quality of the video game and platform. But can't forget about Secret.
All right, now I I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, oh my God, because I told you I got Secret in 2018, right? There is so much happening in the Secret ecosystem. I know Secret, they do weekly newsletters, which are weekly Medium articles to keep people updated. And there isn't just Secret. There's so much happening with JunoSwap, and then there's so much happening with Osmo, and there's so much going to be happening with Evmos. I can't keep up. To slow down a little bit. Right? Remember the days when CoinMarketCap had about 30 assets on it or something?
Oh man! Wow. Yeah. There's always so much going on.
There's too much. Now I'm going to have all the links in the description below for onetlaunch.com, so people can go and find that out and check it out. And of course, people should definitely look into Secret. And I've done a whole bunch of videos just very recently with secret, ecosystem projects, including Shade and Secret Labs and Vortex Protocol. No, that's not okay. It's another Cosmos ecosystem project. Okay, all right. Now that's Onenet launch. Anything else you want to let us know about Onenet launch, and then we'll talk about Bushi. Launch onenet.com.
Yeah, I guess Onenet. Another super cool thing about Onenet is that we actually offer analytics for those who really care about analytics. So analytics for both developers and for users who play within the video games. So analytics in the terms of like, and it can't be too intrusive, right? We're a privacy first application, but like things like how many people are playing your video game, how many are liking your video game, stuff like that. And then for users, things in the video game, specifically for Bushi, like things like headshot percentages, skill or like things relating to your skill and statistics.
Yeah.
Just because it is an esport or a very competitive video game to begin with.
I imagine gamers are crazy for stats.
Oh yeah. I'm a competitive gamer myself, and I like to look at my own stats just to try and better myself, like,
Sure.
every day.
Yes, absolutely you do. Okay. All right. So Bushi. What is Bushi?
Yeah, okay. So this one might be a little difficult to understand for those who might not be too into video games, but it is a third-person competitive shooter, and it's somewhat like a battle royale. And
competitive shooter. Okay, so I know shooter.
Mm-hmm.
No competitive.
Third person being like the camera is back here, and then you're.
Okay, I get it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm looking at I remember playing Doom many years ago. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like Doom.
It's not like Doom because I'm the one holding the rifle. But with the third person, I can see. So I might be moving some avatar or character or something, and I can see that going on. Is it like is Minecraft a bit like that or something?
No, Minecraft. Well, Minecraft does have a third-person option, but it can be both first-person where you're looking down the barrel of a gun, and then third-person where you're looking at the person holding the gun, looking down the barrel of a gun.
Yeah, I've seen the third-person games. I now get it. Okay, so it's a third-person competitive shooter game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else about it?
Okay. So yeah, it's a third-person competitive shooter, and it's very, very geared towards the competitive scene, where it's called very geared towards esports in general. So esports is very similar to just regular sports, but with video games, things over the internet. And there's competition in the terms of tournaments, both in person and online. Rank matches where you can go into a match, and it's a mode where they can kind of track how well you've been doing, and then you can continue to like climb the ranks of like number one person player in the world, number two, number three, all the way down to the last person. And it is built, like I said, it's built on the Unreal Engine 5, which is, in my opinion, probably the largest video game coming to the Cosmos. The only other Unreal Engine 5 video game out right now, or going to be out, is Strange Clan. Are you familiar with Strange Clan? Strange Clan is another video game project, but they're, I'd say, a year or a few years off. So we'll be launching in December, so people can get their hands on it. And we're very, very competitive with like the Solana video games, like Solana video games, Ethereum video games. But this one is on the Cosmos because there hasn't really been a video game that, catches the attention of the entire crypto world, rather than just, your network or just a very fading video game, to say that.
But, okay, now what's so special about Bushi? Why would anybody want to go for this game?
Yeah, so there's a couple of reasons. So I think one of the real reasons is that, and this is without, every time I say this, I have to disclaim myself, because this is without any criticism to any other video game out there.
Sure.
But we're a team of very, very experienced video game developers that are focused solely on video games. In Bushi, it is a play and earn model, right? So you play the game, and while you're playing the game, you earn. However, earning is a very, very small aspect of why you should be playing the video game. Our biggest and most focused aspect about Bushi is making sure that it is a fun and sustainable and long-lasting video game. Versus a lot of these smaller video games where, no offense, it is about making money or it is about playing and earning tokens. Ours is more so to compete with like traditional Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 large video games.
Right. Okay. So with traditional games that are non-blockchain, they don't got any crypto. People don't really play them to earn. They play them for the joy of playing.
Yeah. So that's what I think is like very, very different. So we want to change the standard of what we've been seeing in the industry, where a lot of these smaller video games, they're pumped out really fast. They're released only like months after they're like conceptualized. For us, we've been building the game for 2 years. We're using the latest technology. We're using the best assets that we can find. We're utilizing some of the greatest, well, in our opinion, some of the greatest talent that we could find to build this video game. And it's not a video game where we're focusing on people looking to the crypto assets, but mainly just to have fun in a video game and in turn exchange their time for something that they can be rewarded with.
Right. So that is the bonus to the fun versus it being about the money.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I suppose differentiates it from non-blockchain games, where you don't. There's no option of any bonus.
Yeah. No. In a non-blockchain game, you play the video game and you play it for a long time and you don't get rewarded with anything. So you essentially are utilizing the most expensive currency in a person's life, which is their time, right? And you get nothing for it relatively. So a lot of the times when a person is done with a video game, the account, the things that are within the account just sit there and they don't do anything. They're just there floating in internet space, right? But for us, like if someone were to play the video game and earn an NFT, right? And this NFT is related to a cosmetic within the video game. When they're done with that cosmetic, they can put it up for trade on the marketplace that we have and trade it with somebody else who has either something that they want or something that, another person wants, and kind of, get something in return for putting their time and effort into the video game itself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you said Bushi's going to launch in December, is that right?
Yes, December of this year.
All right. And it's also part of the secret ecosystem, like we were talking about Onenet. And the token, does it have a separate token or is it the Onenet token?
No. So every video game on the platform is going to be run off of the Onenet native token.
All right. And what is the point of the token with Bushi? Okay, people get rewards for playing.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ecosystem?
Yeah. So I guess the utility for the token itself is related to Bushi in the way that it's all cosmetic, right? So nothing that you buy actually changes your power level or statistics in a video game. It's all just cosmetic, which is a huge industry. So they call it skins. Mm-hmm. So imagine if I have a gun, and are you familiar with skins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can buy a different outfit or something, or a different looking gun.
Yeah, pretty much. And people love that, right? It changes their experience of the video game to match how they want to play it. And so with that, they can utilize the Onenet token to mint new skins or new NFTs. And our NFTs are actually upgradable. So you can utilize more of the Onenet token to upgrade that NFT. And with that NFT, it upgrades your in-game skin. So right now, for example, we have a skin line that'll be 3 tiers. right? So the very first tier is the most basic playable model, a 3D model. You utilize some token to upgrade that, and it becomes an upgraded skin within the video game, and it burns into the metadata. So if you were to trade that skin, depending on the level that it is, the other person will also have that skin related to their account. There's also we also have some talks about adding an in-game currency for Bushi itself to do variants of those skins. Now, those skins won't necessarily burn into the metadata, but that in-game currency isn't tradable, so it's something just to alter your experience just a little bit more than just the NFT itself. And then on top of that, there's a bunch of utility with the token on the Onenet platform and also with our DAO. So it also acts as voting. It also acts as currency to be able to utilize the marketplace. It's stakeable for a lot of features, like, for example, we have staking with the token that gives you access to a bunch of different features within the platform and then within our ecosystem. And yeah, I think I might be missing something, but off the top of my head, that's about the utility that we're looking to use.
And then does Bushi have its own website?
Bushi shares the same website as of right now.
So
yeah, so we launched 3 months ago publicly. So we're kind of ramping up as of right now to reach December.
Right. Okay. And if people want to get involved, they can do so through launchonenet.com.
Yes, and then through that we have all our social medias, our Discord, everything.
Right. Okay. Anything else you want to let us know about Bushi that we haven't covered, and also about Onenet? Launch. Yes.
Let me think for a second. I feel like there's so much to cover sometimes that my head just it scrambles a bit. But for Bushi specifically, let me think. Are you very integrated with the secret network? Just by question. Very.
I mean, I got Shade, I got Secret. I don't do much with them. I stake them.
Yeah.
I don't stake Shade because that ain't stakeable yet.
Yeah. I heard soon, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I had my interview with Carter. People should find out. They'll find out more. There's videos.
I'll have to go check that one out too. But another very cool thing with Bushi is that we've incorporated a bunch of other NFT communities into the game, and we allow them to create a 3D playable model that's accessible through their NFT. So for example, the Anons Army, which is probably the largest secret network NFT community that there is on the secret network, that is, they have a playable character that is accessible through holders of their NFT. So what we do is that we just check if they have one of those NFTs within their wallets. And if they do, we give them access to a 3D playable character within our video game to kind of just experience what a 3D Anon looks like, right? So right now it's only a 2D image. So we turned it into a 3D moving animated character that double jumps, flies across, slashes with their sword, and uses a bow. And they can kind of get a little bit more utility with their NFT in that sense because they're in a video game now. And we plan to do that with more and more NFT communities out there because we do believe it's kind of in the name of Onenet, right? That the whole idea of one. So I guess a precursor to that, the reason for the name Onenet is because there are so many coins out there, right? I feel like you and I can understand how many coins that there are just in general in the cosmos, let alone like Ethereum and Solana. But at Onenet, you need only one coin to do everything that you need to do. And in the same sense, we want to put all the NFT communities that we can possibly get into one video game to kind of have each community battle it out or like fight it out and just have a good time as like one big community rather than separating. Because in my opinion, Cosmos is so like, I don't want to say there's just a bunch of networks,
Oh,
that sometimes it feels like it's separated.
yeah,
It feels
I
like
get
we're
it.
not, yeah.
It is like the cosmos with different solar systems being developed.
Hmm.
And listening to you now, I'm thinking about one net that ensnares them all and traps
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah.
One net.
Yeah, and it's cool because with the new Delta upgrade that we have on Secret Network, we'll be able to communicate with so many different IBC enabled blockchains in the Cosmos that it's now possible that we can have an NFT from a different network and just have them utilize that NFT to play within the video game of their character. They won't need to really mint one of our NFTs, like a SNP 721 NFT. They can just utilize their own NFT rather than having to mint a new one.
That's quite something. So people who've got Stars NFTs, Stargaze NFTs, will be able to come in,
Yeah,
with their NFTs. Wow.
yeah, it's super cool. We just really, it is just one giant community within one video game, even though we're so spread out in the cosmos.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool to me at least.
Very cool. Anything else you want to let us know before we finish up?
I don't think so. I think that really covers just the very gist of Onenet and Bushi. Other than that, I just feel like people should understand that we've been working on this for a really, really long time. 2 years was not easy for us to see a bull market and not launch or not, publicly say it. But a big thing about us is that we don't want to market promises. We want to market products.
Sure.
And so that's why we decided to do it now. Only, I think we did it in June, so six or so months right before we were about to launch.
Okay. And do you have any demos or something, or that people?
Yeah, we have a trailer, a pre-alpha gameplay trailer that's out on our YouTube channel, or you can see it on our Twitter. The YouTube channel is Onenet, and then the Twitter is twitter.com/playbushi, and you can see the trailer there.
Great. Okay. All right. Leo, listen, thank you so much. Thank you. I have to confess, I'm not a gamer, right?
Yeah.
I'm into NFTs, but I do get that there are people who are into these sorts of things, right? Like my 18-year-old son rather than myself, right? And I'm into the Cosmos ecosystem and the secret ecosystem. So thank you for taking the time out to explain this. For anybody who's watching, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the description below. And give me, as a comment, if you don't know what to say, just give me ticker symbols, because those comments help my channel grow. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT. Join my official Telegram announcements channel. I'll have all the links to these projects in the description below. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Leon signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.